Arthur's here to weigh in on a busy start for 2026. Let's bring in Harvard professor Arthur Brooks. He's so much more than that. I didn't mean to start out disparaging you. His new column for the Free Press is titled "The Problem with Your New Year Resolution." And Arthur thank you for joining us. Welcome.
Love to see you.
Uphill battle. You've been swimming upstream ever since I don't know why someone would decide to try to help people with happiness in the current world. And what I mean by that is, I think of 100 years ago, and I wonder if you went out in the fields for 10 hours after getting up early and put in a day where the dignity of work and physical labor and the endorphins go. You come home and it's warm and there's some hot food on the stove and you get a good night's sleep. Is that possible anymore in the modern world? Because we don't have any problem. We're not worried about, most of us hopefully aren't worried about staying warm. We're not worried about sustenance and things like that, and yet we're miserable.
Yeah, well, you bring up a really good point, which is that the great-granddad Kernan didn't come home and say to his wife, "Honey, I had a panic attack behind the mule today." That's the reason was because effectively his brain was working the way it was supposed to work. And we actually have to take a lesson from people in the past. Now, I don't want to go back in time, but the truth of the matter is that we need to live in all sorts of ways where we're concentrating on our work and love. And that's one of the reasons that you find that the habits of the happiest people are their faith or philosophical life, their family life, their friendships, their deep friendships. I mean, real friends, not deal friends, and certainly not virtual friends. And then the work that you're needed for. And so that's the things that we need to be focusing on today.
One of your themes throughout, I think, all of your books.
Absolutely,
is the dignity of work. I was going to say it just seems kind of obvious, and maybe I don't need Arthur Brooks to tell me that.
You need Arthur Brooks.
Okay, I do need you to tell me that.
That's right. You're reading my column in the Free Press on this, right?
New column in the Free Press, folks.
But if all I did was read newspapers, or even as Andrew does, read the newspapers online, like this newfangled thing that people do.
That's newfangled?
No, kidding. But if I were to do
like it's newfangled to him.
If I were to do it that way, you would be bogged down in Iran and Ukraine and so many things. You have to fall back on what you have personally with your family. You have to compartmentalize it and be happy with your family and whatever it is that you're doing for self-fulfillment. And so I think that's obvious.
Yeah, that's obvious, except it's lost to a lot of people. And
I know it is.
It's just one of the points that this column I'm writing about in the Free Press twice a week actually is to deal with these everyday issues in people's lives. And one of the things that you bring up, which is really important, is not that the bad news is going to ruin our lives. That's not the case. News has always been tough. We want to know what's going on in the world. The problem is that there are no boundaries to it. So people will say, the economy is stressing me out, the environment is stressing me out. No, what's stressing you out is the way that you're getting that information, which is to say all day long in the little device in your pocket. It's kind of like the bubonic plague. People thought it was bad air. It was rats. Well, now we've got rats that we pull out of our pockets and pet all day long. And they're making us sick a lot of the time. And so we actually have to wall that off. We need barriers around actually how much information we get from the outside.
I don't know what comes first sometimes. I see people that their entire life is devoted to angst about the current situation in the country. They travel from city to city expressing themselves. Now, was there a hole in their being to start with, and this sort of cause fulfills what's missing? Because if that's what it is, something was missing before.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of times I'm not going to blame it on all young people, but it just seems like there's a lost generation, which is...
Yeah, well, when you look at activism in general, and I got nothing against activism per se, but when it takes over your life, whether it's left-wing activism or right-wing activism, that's something that you're screaming out for. You're looking for the meaning of your life. Right. And the meaning of your life would come from more traditional means, and when we're in a secularizing society and families are fragmenting and friends are online, well, guess what? We don't find it. And so the result of it is that,
put all your friends online.
People look for it online, and people do that constantly. This is one of the things that I write about a lot, is that people have fake religions. This is what has done so much harm in business, has done so much harm in government, certainly at universities, is people with their fake religions of activism have wound up substituting anger for love.
Although that's not a new thing, activism on college campuses.
No, it's not. What happens is that when it gets too
generation.
high and it kind of turns over the apple cart. So inquiry is the business of universities and higher education in general. But when advocacy takes over for inquiry, then you get the balance is all wrong. And then what happens is that you're not teaching students.
I understand not wanting advocacy coming from the teaching population, but advocacy from students.
Right.
Look back at
that's always happened
60s
for sure.
protests, sure.
But that has been so radically emphasized.
They had something to really protest about.
But really, what it is,
War,
once again, is that that's a sign that people are seeking something deeper. That's a cry for help. Most of the things that we complain about, for example, conspiracy theories, that's a cry for what we call coherence in behavioral science, which is, I don't understand how the world works. Why do things happen the way that they do? And if you don't have religion, if you don't understand science, then you're going to go down the rabbit hole of something you're finding on the internet.
Like the Earth is flat and we never landed on the moon?
Yeah, exactly. Or anything crazy about the people that you hate in politics. Yeah. Those conspiracy theories are a cry for help about meaning, is the way that works. And if we started to treat each other with a little bit of grace, a little bit of love, a little bit of understanding, we could actually bring something better to these people. That's what I think our objective should be.
This is not new, Arthur, and I know that does everyone know about Maslow's hierarchy?
Not everybody, but I'm doing my best to bring it to everybody.
Well, okay, so it's like this, and at the bottom you've got shelter and sustenance.
Right.
And you slowly go up to things that we need. At the very top is self-actualization.
Right. That's a sense of meaning. So basically,
still,
at the very top.
This still holds. How long ago was that?
1942. So 1942, when
so
Maslow
80 years
was
ago, we haven't learned anything. So you should just focus on the very top of that. And
no, you need to.
How do you self-actualize?
You self-actualize. Here's the point. Happiness is love. Meaning is love. The more that you're paying attention to the love relationships in your life, focusing on that, putting your energy into the love relationships in your life, the more you're going to find meaning, the more you're going to find happiness.
What if it's just yourself that you love? Then it might be a problem.
Well, then you got a bigger problem. The truth is, you don't understand how to love yourself until you have other people in your life.
You do need to love yourself, but maybe not spend your entire life doing that.
Well, that's probably looking in the mirror is not the best way to
exclusion of everything. To the exclusion of everything else.
Also less envy, right?
There's a lot. Yeah, envy's funny because envy is actually a natural human. It's a phenomenon based on the fact that we're kin-based species, and we want to know where we are in the hierarchy, and so we compare ourselves to others chronically. The problem is that if we're not grateful for what we have, if we're not actually able to compliment other people for the good things that they do. So, the solution to envy in our own lives is admiration.